up, everyone? Welcome into Comic Book Women Presents the Covrprice Weekly Runners Up, aka we're looking at number 12 through 20. So if you are rolling over from the top 10, welcome in. Wow, there were a lot of you waiting. Thank you guys for being patient. We appreciate that. Before we get started, shout out to Covrprice. They are sponsors. So all this delicious information you're going to see on the screens comes directly from their platform. Use the code in the description if you want to try them out for 99 cents. I mean, come on, no brainer. And shout out to Bird City Comics. We do have a Mark Spears cover launching tomorrow. Did you guys see it? It's like a zombie looking cowboy.
I did.
I haven't seen it. No.
Awesome. It's awesome. That thing is going to sell out with, I don't even think I think it's going to beat the 2 minute. I think it's going to sell out in a minute.
So you know how I know when a book's going to do well? We got this guy DMing. He's like, what's the limit? We're like, okay, why?
Oh, gosh.
Whenever people start asking the limit, that's when we know, okay, this might be like a good launch. Because not all launches are. Some are good, some aren't. But anyway, follow Bird City Comics. It's launching tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, you can go take a look at it. It's cool. It's different than what you normally see. And
Thank
the
you,
Mesh, our other sponsor, who I can't say enough good things about that guy. He had me in tears today. So shout out to Namesh.
Oh, why? Why did he have you in tears today?
I'll tell you guys later. Good tears.
Okay.
All happy. Anyways, okay, well, let's get going. We're going to be covering 12 through 20. Sarah, how are you before we get started? I didn't even say hi to you.
I'm good. I'm trying to stay warm because, it's...
Is it cold there?
So we went from, let's see, I think we started off the beginning of last week, like in the 30s, 40s. We got dumped with a bunch of snow, and then Sunday through, I think, either today and maybe possibly Thursday, we were like negative 30, negative 20.
I'm not even bullshitting. I've never been in negative anything.
Me neither.
The weirdest part. So the strangest part is, and here's the crazy thing is this weekend it's going to be in the 40s. So I've gone from one end of the spectrum to the next. So like 40 degrees in Wisconsin, you'll see people without jackets. You'll see people in shorts. They're like, we love, it's like summer, it's crazy. So it only happens here in the Midwest. But it's just the weird weather. And I'm hoping it stays like in the 40s, but it's Wisconsin, so it can't make up its mind.
That's insane. The 40s. Wow. Lucy and I would be dying.
In
Arizona, basically, we live in the
spring is the worst. I love spring, but it's that like medium type of weather where it's like you have to wear a t-shirt and then a sweatshirt and then like your jacket because you don't know. It'll start off like super cold and then it'll be like 50 degrees. And then it'll drop back down to like 20 degrees. So,
yeah, I'll stick with the heat. I don't mind 120 degrees.
That's why there's so many of us in by you guys like during the winter time is because we're all like, we're done with this crap.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh!
Wait, Mel, hold on. Remind me who that is.
I know, right?
He's a fan of the show. Smart mouth. He's really Mel. It's ringing some bells. It'll come to me. I'm pretty sure we know him though. Anyways, all right, let's jump in. Number 20. Sarah, you go first.
Yay! I'm glad to take this one. So this is Venom, Lethal Protector #1, the regular cover. Venom is one of the most popular characters of all time. He's gotten a ton of attention in comics for years now and has a trilogy, toy lines, you name it. I've been seeing a lot. I believe the third Venom, I think, has now been released on some of the streaming services. So it's funny because I've been seeing little clips on YouTube. And of course, I've been watching them. I saw Venom Horse. That was funny.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I haven't even watched the whole movie. I just watched clips. Anyways, so as the first book, in his own solo series. It's also an iconic foil cover that fans enjoyed for decades. It's no surprise to see it on the list, and it's quickly falling into the same conversation as our favorite book, Spawn #1. Maybe, Venom 2, maybe it's another kind of blue chip kind of comic. We've tracked 34 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 19%. With a high sale of $124 for a CGC 9.8 copy and a current near mint raw price of $27. Not bad.
Yeah. I have the gold foil of this. Flexing a little bit. I have the gold foil and it's signed by like all the creators. I don't know where it's at. It's back there somewhere. And I've like never gotten rid of it. We've gotten some crazy offers because this is one of those, these are a blue chip cover.
Yep.
It's the one that everybody wants to have. And especially if you're a fan of the character, it hits. And the foil on this, even if you're not a fan of foil, tough shit, you're going to like this. Like this in foil hits so hard.
It's pretty. I like the red. I've never seen a gold. I'll have to see it sometime. Flex it, Laura.
Do you want me to go get it?
Let's see. I want to see.
Yeah.
All the time. I don't know where it's at now. It's not back here anymore.
Uh-oh.
Shit, maybe I did sell it. I'll scream at Anthony during the next one. I'll have him get it for me.
I was gonna say, isn't that a true collector where you're like, I think I had it?
I know I do, but maybe it's at the shop. I don't know. But anyway, number 20, Venom Lethal Protector Volume 1, number 1, the regular cover. And like Sarah said, a 9.8 copies going for $124. Current near mint raw price of $27. What do we have, Lucy, for number 19?
Okay, number 19, we have Spawn #1, Todd McFarlane regular cover. Spawn isn't just the king of hell, he's the king of the aftermarket. Despite not being a crazy expensive book, sorry, got my little co-host over here. Expensive book. This intro book for his first solo series has routinely landed on the list. I mean, we have said it so many times. It's always here.
It's true.
Make your faces. Say hi. Can you wait?
We're getting
but yeah, this week. I mean, how many times? Like, it's like. How many times have we seen this book on the
another blue chip? It's another one of those books that everybody has to own at one time or another.
Yeah, with the low. You trying to show you? She's trying to show her feet. What are you doing, girl? With this low barrier of entry and crazy print run, nearly everyone who dips a toe in the hobby has a copy or liable to pick up one. We track 50 copies sold at 7-day growth trend of 5% with a high sell of 144 CGC 9.8 copy and a current near mint raw price for $24. So still, like, that's why it's so easy to pick it up. I feel that's why we always constantly see it, because it's not a bad price, like it's always something doable, like, and that's why it's in the runners up, because it's affordable.
Yeah. And there's a high print run on this too. And the Spawn fans cannot be reckoned with. That is I don't want to say cult, because that sounds too like I'm going to stab you in your sleepy. But like, they are a very loyal following. So I'm not surprised to see this popping back up at number 19, Spawn #1. Oh, Sarah, want to add anything to that?
Oh, I think you said it all. It's quintessential, modern, blue chip goodness. It's reasonable. Get your copy. I really should just get my own copy, even though I'm waiting for my brother to give it to me.
We have a ton of these. These are a dime a dozen. You can still find them when you're digging around. Like they're out there. Number 19, Spawn #1, Todd McFarlane regular cover with, like Lucy said, raw coming in at $16, 9.8 for $144. If you are just hopping in, we are talking about the cover price runners up. So if you didn't make the 1 through 11 on the top 10 show, this is 12 through 20. Number 18, we have the Amazing Spider-Man number 65, the NetTease Marvel Rivals cover. So Marvel Rivals, even after the game had been out for a while, I feel like the comics are finally starting to gain some heat. And with it being a sensation lately, almost everything in its orbit is starting to sell. That includes this book. This is one of the early Marvel Rival crossover books, and the art was immediately loved. I like it too. I like the monochromatic with the color pop on top. It hits. Fans have been picking it up steadily. We tracked 11 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 6%, with a high sale of $30 for a raw near mint copy and a current near mint raw price of $26. Now, I've played Marvel Rivals. Have you guys?
No.
Adam's really big on it too, so you should get Lennox on it. Adam's loving it. But yeah, it took some time after the game came out for this to kind of hit the way it is on the comic book market, which is interesting. But
did you hear that? I've been seeing it on the feed on IG that I believe the people who've created it have laid a bunch of people off.
Weren't the creators laid off? Like the creators themselves were laid off?
I didn't hear that. That's crazy.
No, I thought that the Marvel creators themselves. Yeah, what would you say about Marvel Rivals? You've been playing it.
It's dope. I like it. I enjoy it.
Why?
It's fast paced. You get to play characters. They all have superpowers and
It's
power
just
ups.
like kind of like Fortnite when they had the Avengers people in them.
No, it's like Apex, or it's like
Apex.
Call of Duty, because it's that fast paced, but it's like fantasy.
Yeah.
So is it an RPG then?
No, it's like a teams. So team versus team objectives, like capture the flag, most kills, stuff like that.
It's kind of Fortnite-y in that sense, because remember in Fortnite we had to like
Call of Duty.
It's Call of Duty is what he's comparing it more to Call of Duty.
Okay, I play PUBG, so.
But I thought that the creators were laid off. So tell me if I'm wrong there. But I thought it was the creators of Rival.
Let's see, the whole staff. So the creators didn't get laid off, just the staff. What happened? What happened? Sorry, my saliva got kind of stuck. Let's see, 130 got laid off, and then
Dang.
I don't know the details. I saw somebody be posting it too, but I didn't read it.
Yeah, I didn't go deep.
Well, I'm gonna need to look it up.
Yeah, so if you guys know any information, give us the 411 in the chat. But otherwise, 18, we have the Amazing Spider-Man 65. This is the NetTease Marvel Rivals edition with a 9.8 coming in at $85. That is nothing to snuff at. So if you were ahead of the game on Rivals, now's the time to cash in. Sarah, what do we have for 17? Oh, I have some shit to say about that movie. Right, go ahead.
So, if you haven't seen this, this is Hulk #1. This is the Ed McGuinness regular cover. I wonder why. It's because of Captain America Brave New World. Despite fans not loving it, which I've heard kind of a mixed bag on it. I'm sure Laura, she's definitely going to give us her hot take. They're digging Harrison Ford as the Red Hulk. His first appearance in cover has been hot since we first saw him in the teaser. Now that fans are making it to the theater and catching it on the big screen, they're visiting the aftermarket to add this book to the PC. We've tracked 38 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 11%, with a high sales of $225 for a CGC 9.8 copy and a current near mint raw price of $72. All right, Laura, spill the beans.
I'm not going to do any spoilers because I know a lot of people haven't seen this yet. But first of all, I was hesitant about Harrison Ford playing Red Hulk. I'm like, he's too old. He can't pull it off. He did. He did a really good job at it. I was actually impressed with his performance. But the movie itself, I felt like I got sold. I was sold on this idea of Falcon being Captain America, where he just doesn't have that same I don't know. Not the right word. He didn't hit the same for me as Captain America did. And maybe it's because of some of the stuff I've seen him on interviews and stuff. And I'm like, dude, play Captain America or don't play Captain America, but pick a lane. But aside from that, the movie itself was insanely slow. Like the first half of it, I was looking at my daughter, Ellie, was with me, and she's a big Marvel and DC fan. She was like falling asleep. I'm like, Ellie, wake up. Ellie. Like trying to get her to stay awake. And my son was sitting there throwing popcorn because he was bored. The second half, though, was fantastic. But I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but my overall grade of this was like maybe a C+. I had a glass of wine in the theater, so I gave it a B when I first saw it because the wine helped. I had like red vines and wine. I was like, okay, this is a B movie. It was okay. That's all I can say. It was okay. It was not worth spending almost $100 for a family of 4 to go see it.
So you probably would have waited until it came out on Disney Plus then.
100%. It's too expensive to go and see these movies and just be like let down.
Now, are you more excited to see Thunderbolts?
I love Florence Pugh, so I'm a little biased there. And now that I've seen Harrison Ford play this role, I'm like, okay, yeah, that sounds good. I'm excited about Fantastic Four, Daredevil. What's a theater? Yeah, Lando calls it a cinema. Isn't that weird?
He said the VH. He said one for the VHS. Oh my god, Rudy, you cracked me up.
Honestly, yeah, like just wait till it comes out. Like I feel like I got ripped off going to this movie. I was like, whatever. Maybe people will love it.
I was kind of hoping. I think I'm the only person that I really did enjoy Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
No, series. I did too. That's why I went into this so excited. Yeah. I think the Winter Soldier was a great movie. Yeah. I liked all the Captain America stuff. I went into this really feeling like, okay, this is going to be a really good movie, but even the dialogue was boring. Wow. I would say that Isaiah had a better chance of running the Avengers. You know what? I don't want to say too much. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. I wasn't thrilled, but you guys go see it for yourselves and then hit me up on DM and tell me why I'm wrong. Tell me why I'm right. I don't care either way. Just we'll have a dialogue about it. Yeah. I sold this book when we did our comic book women auction for $3. FYI.
No, this is the book that it's just the cover. He's not in it.
Right. Yeah. But it's like an iconic image and everybody wants it. So number 17, Hulk number 1, and McGinnis regular. What do we have for number 16, Lucy?
Oh, that's me. Okay. I thought you were going to say Sarah. Good. Okay. Well, we got number 16, Sentry, the first appearance of Sentry. And I can't read the rest. What is it? Something Reynolds. But anyways, the most powerful Marvel hero to ever be forgotten. The Sentry it's set to make his big screen debut in the Thunderbolts. On the flip side of that, we are also set to see Void, the Sentry galactic level threat alter ego. Despite being a big screen character, now Sentry has never been a known commodity. Am I saying it right? Commodity? Wait, if I keep saying it, I'm going to say it wrong.
Commodity.
If I keep saying it, I'm going to get worse and worse. His first appearance of this book has always been tricky title to track down, but fans are making a concerned effort and have been for months. We tracked 22 copies sold, a 7-day growth trend of 14%, with the high sale of $300 for a 9.8 copy, with the current Neiman Raw for $82. And I'm sure it's gonna be like for Raw to get this in a high grade is gonna be so hard because of the black cover. But I'm trying to remember if I have this book. I don't even know what I have, but I think I might have this. I just remember that I'm like, I remember seeing this cover. I don't know. I need to look for it.
It's been on the list before too. Like this isn't the first time I've seen this pop up.
Yeah. So it's not surprises here. So we'll see with all the movies dropping, and we'll see. Like I'm sure we're gonna see a little bit more of this down the line. But for now, it's on number 16.
All right, Sarah, anything to add?
I've never heard of this character until like I just started seeing trailers and stuff. So I'm intrigued. Maybe I'll do a little bit digging and reading into it, but I'm just excited for the Thunderbolts. I'm a big Florence Pugh, David Harbour, Sebastian Stan, and I think they should have said those four. Ghost and Taskmaster. Well, nah. I don't care what those four.
Florence Pugh's fantastic. I can't think of a single movie that she's been in that I didn't like. She was great in Oppenheimer.
Charming. I loved her in Hawkeye. I think that's where I truly fell in love was Hawkeye.
It was Little Women for me. She was
I think Amy. That's the only thing I've seen her like in something like with Marvels. I don't think I've ever seen her in anything else.
Watch the new Little Women. She plays Amy, and she's like, don't tell me that marriage isn't a financial proposition, because it is. She's like super tough. Like, whew.
We have to pay for it. I know you told us that we watched the old one. I never watched the newer version of it because you have to pay for it, and I'm not gonna pay for it. I need to find it where it's free.
Yeah, try going to the theaters for $100 and seeing Captain America: Brave New World.
That is
No.
crazy.
Girl, you know I hardly ever go to the freaking movies. Like, no, I'll just wait till
Well,
it's
you're like,
out.
because my kids are like, we can't sneak in candy. That's wrong. I'm like, no, it's not. It's
What?
expected. Yeah, they won't
What?
sneak in candy.
Oh Lord, who's racing them?
I know. Morally straight children. They're like, we have to buy from the theater because that's where they make all their revenue, which is true. But Ellie did a report on it. So, anyways.
Oh wow.
It's not that I'm cheap. I just can't go to the movies because I have kids. Like I have a little girl that it's hard for me to go to the theater. Like find babysitter and that it's just hard. I can't.
It's crying during the movie.
Yeah, hell no, no. We don't. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Like, no, we know Mariah cannot. We went to watch that movie, the one that Ryan Reynolds about the imaginary whatever.
Oh, If.
Yeah, that one. And she was like not wanting to sit down, so Sam had to leave. Like he came home because in the theater was empty, but still, like it's like no. Yeah.
Number 16, The Sentry Volume 1, number 1. Moving on, we have number 15. This is The Incredible Hulk Volume 1, number 449. So fan reaction toward Captain America: Brave New World has been pretty tepid. Tepid is the word they're going with. Most have already pivoted to the next film on the horizon, Thunderbolts, because Captain America: Brave New World had nothing that really resonates. This book features their first appearance, albeit a different lineup that this film is counterpart. With the most recent trailer footage during the Super Bowl, fans have opted to revisit this book, and we tracked 28 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 23%, with a high sale of $275 for a CGC 9.8 and a current near mint raw price of $75. That's saying something. It's still in theaters, and fans are like, next.
Right. It was. I mean, it kind of sounds like Eternal-ish, like.
The Eternals was one of those movies everybody went and saw, and they're like, this is not what I thought it was going to be. That had like a massive star power lineup too, and it was just
I really enjoyed it. I don't think that the theater, but I enjoyed it a lot because I like the actors. Oh, thank you, Adam.
Thank you, Adam. Yeah,
that's
maybe.
Awesome. But I don't know. Like I hated that one of my guys. Like he died. If you guys know me, I like Dong Lee. Like he's an amazing Korean actor. I love them. And obviously Salma Hayek, like my girl, my Mexican girl. And like I think Angelina Jolie did. She's an amazing actress. I liked it. I don't know. I didn't think it was as bad. But again, I don't know. I guess a lot of the Eternals for me to say like to compare. I just went to watch it like as a movie. I liked it. I kind of like the action. It's your regular Marvel action. I liked it.
Marvel movies in general, though, I feel like we've been kind of spoiled because with Endgame, you saw what they're capable of. You saw like the writing that they're capable of, the action, the power that can be behind these scenes. And with the Brave New World, it was just so. It was boring. That's all I'm gonna say. That was a boring movie.
I thought it was supposed to be. What I heard was kind of like what we've just been talking about is kind of the spy-ish kind of secret underground stuff going on. But I mean,
it was like shoved Red Hulk down our throats the entire time during promotion. Then it's like Red Hulk, and it's like, okay, where the hell's Red Hulk?
Is he like more towards at the end?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Shut up.
Yeah, I'll stop talking. Wow. All right, number.
No, I mean, not shut up as be quiet. I mean, as like seriously, wow.
No, seriously, it's like it just wasn't. There was so much potential with that movie, but it just didn't. It didn't. The flow wasn't right. I don't know. It's hard to describe. I don't want to say too much because a lot of people haven't seen it yet. And once you guys all see it, then we can discuss. But anyway, number 15, The Incredible Hulk, Volume 1, 449. Let's keep moving. Sarah, what do we have next?
Oh, so we've got the Fantastic Four, number 49. Wonder why. This book would be likely be higher on this list if it weren't so expensive. Ain't that the truth? But it has been for a long time. It features the first appearance of Galactus and the second of Silver Surfer. It also the first time they share a cover. I love this cover. I love these all old school Silver Age, Golden Age books. They're gorgeous. That's a lot of history in one book, and collectors are paying up big time to secure it with the especially with the Fantastic Four first steps coming out. We'll likely see more keys like this working up the list. We've tracked 23 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 22%. With a high sale of, out of my budget, $4,750 for a CGC 9.2 and a current VG raw price of $626.
It's about damn time. People have not been investing in Fantastic Four for way too long. And it's nice to see them kind of getting there.
Yeah, but I mean, I think we had this conversation last week.
Last week, yeah.
No, not a big. Yeah, I do need to read Fantastic Four. I got you, but I'm still not like into them yet.
Well, are you
I
going
love
off of
the
the
covers.
movies?
I kind of like the movies.
The Jessica Alba ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, back then, in the good old days, these were kind of like the first superhero movies that we had. So, of course it was like, oh my gosh, it's the Fantastic Four, and that's the thing. And, there's Dr. Doom, the guy who played whatever character on Nip Tuck. And we've never seen him again.
Oh my gosh. I forgot he was in Nip Tuck. You're right.
Right. Yep. And he was on Charmed too. Julian, I think his name Julian McMahon. Something.
I've never seen Charmed, but I've seen Nip Tuck. So
yeah. The Silver Surfer. I can't remember who his. Anyways, yeah, I'll give it a try.
Give it a go though.
Yeah.
You'll try it because I think the retro version of this it kind of reminds me of WandaVision. I like that they're kind of pulling back to like this different time frame where we can kind of grow with the characters. I don't know. I think it's gonna work. I have a gut feeling it's gonna be really good.
Yeah, I definitely will give it a chance. I'm not poo-pooing it yet. I'm just saying. Not a big fan of the Fantastic Four, but I'll give it a chance.
I'm not poo-pooing it. It's a tutorial. That's all.
Yeah, I like what he's saying. Most of the Marvel Universe bricks came from the Fantastic Four series.
Yeah.
No other series has as much of an impact for sheer character and concepts. And having said that, I told the guys on this on the other show, when Anthony and I first started out, we bought this massive collection of like older books, and we could not move Fantastic Four for the life of us. Like I'm talking really nice keys. Do you remember this, Ant, on Facebook? Nobody wanted Fantastic Four.
Yeah, they were running from it. Now they clean us out of it.
Yeah. It's been like a complete 180. There was like nobody was interested, and now it's just like anything Fantastic Four is sold. So I'm excited to see that part of it happening. Number 14, Fantastic Four. Number 49. Very good raw price, $626, guys. Lucy, you're up next.
I'm next. So this one, was this one on last week on our top on the runners up? I don't remember if I was. But this one was I think it was Jen's pick or Sarah's pick?
I think probably Jen.
Jen, I think it was Jen. I think we talked about this. Fantastic Four, number 28, Peach Momoko, Marvel Rivals. And I love this cover. I think I liked it. I thought it was very cute. I love the colors. And the Marvel Rivals tie-in comics have been hot lately thanks to the game growing popularity. When you throw a big name like Peach Momoko at the title to deliver a killer variant, fans will take notice. Hence, this book, with her passionate fan base, shows up big time to secure this cutesy cover featuring the Marvel Rivals mascot, Jeff the Land Shark. We tracked 35 copies sold, a 7-day growth trend for 27% with the high sell of $60 for CGC 9.8, with the copy current near mint price sold at $10, which that's not bad at all. And for being number 13, so close to the top 10. I love the color. I love anything like purple. It always like catches my attention. I like the different type of shades of the purple on this cover, with the background like the galaxy, like in the back. Like I love this cover.
Okay, but what do you think about the characters themselves and the fact that this is tied to rivals? Do we think this is going to hold, or do we think this is going to drop? Land Shark right now has been like, everything's Jeff.
I think it's gonna hold.
I think it's gonna hold too.
With Jeff, especially, Peach Momoko, I feel like she is hitting stuff out of the park again. Like some of her covers are just fantastic, including
Like
this
what?
one. Oh, you're testing me.
I literally can't think of one that she's put out recently where I was like, oh my gosh.
Wasn't there a magic cover that she just did?
See, I don't know. I think Lobos, and I think Jenny Frison. I'm trying to think like something that would pop out at me, Peach Momoko wise.
I can't remember what else. I know she's been doing, maybe because I've been following her on Instagram. It's some of her like kimono pictures, covers for X-Men. I can't remember. Laura, you're putting me on the spot.
I'm sorry. People were specking on this before it came out, though. It was like definitely one of those books where I was like, oh, I'm going to grab this. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. And maybe so many people kind of like read the tea leaves that it's only going for $10 raw. And that's, if you're buying on the aftermarket, you could probably still find these in stores at cover.
It's cute.
It's cute.
That's it for you, huh, Laura? That's it.
That's it. That's all I have to say about that.
Next.
Fantastic Four, number 28, Peach Momoko, Marvel Rivals. $10 if you want her. Last but not least, whose turn is it?
I think it's yours.
You Laura.
Oh, own this.
All right. Number 12. So this one almost made the list, which I'm so excited about because out of all the absolute stories, I actually like Wonder Woman the most. I think it's the strongest. Say what you will. Absolute Wonder Woman, number 1, Hayden Sherman. While Absolute Batman has been receiving the market share of attention out of the trio of absolutes, Wonder Woman has been a contender. This series is turning a whole new audience onto the character, realizing how much of a force Diana can be. It's a stellar read. Issue 1, if you haven't read it, does leave you kind of on a cliffhanger, but in a good way. It's one of those few times where you're like, oh, I cannot wait for issue number 2, which I feel like that doesn't always happen. What part was that? It hasn't quite hit the same heights, but this book has been remarkably consistent. We tracked 27 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 54%, with a high sale of $65 for a 9.8 and a current near mint raw price of $13. Again, if you guys have not read this, Absolute Batman I liked. It was a different take on this character. I'm like, okay, that's interesting to kind of perceive him this way. It's more of a man's man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't want to say blue collar, but more relatable. I'm like, that's good. Absolute Superman, same deal. I'm like, okay, this is interesting. I like the approach they're taking with the character, but with her, maybe it's because I'm a girl. Oh my God, maybe I'm
You're being biased.
Maybe I'm being biased because I'm like, let's go, Diana. I think she's just great. So maybe I am biased. I think the story was good. I think it's well written. I love the art. The interior art on this is really good. Maybe.
Well, Kelly Thompson's writing this, right? Kelly Thompson.
And I love Kelly Thompson. She's such a great writer, and I feel like she doesn't get her credit. Like
we've talked about this. All of us like Kelly Thompson. So maybe we just read her words better than we read the other ones. I don't know. Maybe
because I don't know. Again, it's coming from a woman's perspective, writing for a woman. I don't know.
I highly recommend you guys pick this up. I mean, $4 raw, you're paying cover. Just buy it, read it, and if you decide if you like it after number 1, stick with it. But I think it's been fantastic, and I think some of the strongest covers to come out last year were done on this series. Dan Ponesian, his Wonder Woman cover, Stephanie Hans did a fantastic one. So I'm hooked on the Wonder Woman. All right. You guys want to keep them going? Yeah.
Huh?
What was it?
Did you guys want to keep going?
Well, yeah, why not?
Liger, I would say it goes Wonder Woman, Batman, then Superman. And I believe Flash is coming out next, right?
Is it? I don't know.
I think so.
I'm like so off on everything.
This is from last week. So here's our picks from last week.
Oh, I think Britt said that she didn't have time, right? Did she? Or something like that?
That's okay. Hey, Sarah, I want to tell you, back in 2022 or 2023, Mr. Longshort, Ben, posted that Sway cover on his page, but like an unfinished version of it. Which I thought was very odd. Like, why was it circulating back then? Her Catwoman cover that she chose, the Sway.
Okay. Uh-huh.
But why was it circulating back then, but it didn't get produced until now? Years later.
I don't know. Maybe it's, the future.
Recycle?
Predicting? Yeah, maybe we're psychic.
And then Lucy had chose Batman White Knight because she liked the approach that they took with the Joker, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Harley Quinn, like the Neo Harley.
Yeah. Willow was Jen. I forget why.
She really likes the way this cover, like the cover, but she didn't really like the story, kind of. But
I think
she liked the cover.
She read up to, I think, number 8, and then she was like, I don't like this story.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did The Rocketeer, which is a complete and total ghost by Jay Lee. This was part of the Kickstarter program that they did back in, I think it was 2019. Don't quote me. It might be 2018. Mm-hmm. It's perfect. This book is perfect, but you can't find it. So those were our picks last week. Surprise. So this is all last week. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Next week, we'll have updated information. In the meantime, follow Covrprice and Bird City Comics. Before we go, let's do some round table. Sarah, you're up first.
Yeah. So again, thank you all for coming in. Thank you for participating. We love you all. You are amazing. Thank you again for you could have had it. What could we have had?
The other cover, I think the Catwoman.
Oh.
I don't know.
Comic Digger, DM me after the show. I got to tell you something.
Ooh.
I want to know too.
I know.
I know.
I will tell you guys, but DM me.
Anyways, again, thank you all for coming in and joining us. We love you all. So if you don't know, we have fantastic content every week. On Thursday, we have the guys from The Long Story Short. They show you some ghosts, some bangers, some things that you've never seen. And then on Saturday, it's the guys from Long Story Short. They talk about all sorts of toys and figures. If you check out West Coast, Big Rob, who's in the chat, he's a member of the herd. This dude has fantastic taste in toys and all sorts of stuff. So definitely check that out. And then they are back on Monday to talk about all the covers that are coming out exclusively that week. And then you're back with us again on Tuesday. So we start all over again with the runners up list. So there.
Before we go to Sarah, since she kind of brought this up earlier, I'm going to put it back up. This is the Mark Spears cover. You can kind of tell, like, I always kind of gauge it kind of off of how much reactions we get from people. This is the Mark Spears issue 1 4th printing. So I think it's only us, and I believe KRS is doing an exclusive as well. So there's be very limited exclusives for these. This is our Zombie Cowboy, which is going to come out tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you come out and support that. We appreciate it.
You've been warned. Again,
I wonder.
If we hear comments and complaints, you've been warned. So sign up the text line, follow Miss Bird City, follow Bird City Comics, and make sure that you are,
logged in and ready is the best. If you can be logged in and ready, that's the easiest way to check out, because our carts are not reserved. You can't put something in your cart and then go shop for 15 minutes. People get so mad about that, but it's true. Carts are in real time. So if you don't check out, somebody else can buy your stuff. That's just how we do it. So
be smart. Ready. Be a smart shopper. That's all you got to be.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Lucy?
Thank you guys for joining another Tuesday night with Comic Book Woman. Like Sarah said, we'll be back next Tuesday. Tune in, share us out. And yeah, that's all for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you guys for being here. We'll see you next week.
Bye.